prone, prone, prone.
This word means lying down or flat on something, often because you can't stand up or prefer to be in that position. Here is a sample sentence. After falling, she was prone to getting up with a bruised knee. In this example, prone means having a tendency or inclination towards something. In this case, getting up with a bruised knee.
Proof, proof, proof.
It's something that shows or proves something is true, real, or correct. It's like a guarantee or confirmation that what you're saying or showing is accurate. Here is a sample sentence. The detective needed concrete proof that the suspect was at the scene of the crime to build a strong case against them.
Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda.
This refers to information or messages that are spread to influence people's thoughts, feelings, or actions, often with the goal of persuading them to believe or do something specific. It can be used to promote a cause, idea, or product, but sometimes it can also be misleading or false. Here is a sample sentence. The government's campaign to promote its new economic policies was criticized as propaganda, designed to sway public opinion rather than present an accurate picture of the situation. This sentence illustrates how propaganda can refer to information or messages that are intended to influence people's opinions or actions, often in a biased or misleading way.
Propagate, propagate, propagate.
This means to make something grow or multiply, often by helping it spread to new places. Here is a sample sentence. The gardener made sure to propagate the rare orchid by carefully dividing and replanting its roots, allowing it to grow and thrive in new locations. In this sentence, propagate means to cause something, in this case, the orchid, to multiply or spread.
Propel, propel, propel.
This means to make something move forward or start moving, often with force or energy. Here is a sample sentence. The powerful engine propelled the spacecraft out of Earth's atmosphere and into orbit. In this example, propelled means to cause something, in this case the spacecraft, to move forward or upward with force.
Propeller, propeller, propeller.
It's a spinning blade that helps move something, like a boat or an airplane, through the air or water. Here is a sample sentence. The small airplane's propeller spun rapidly as it prepared to take off from the runway.
Proper, proper, proper.
This word refers to something that is done or made correctly, according to rules or standards. It means being right or fitting for the situation. Here is a sample sentence. She made sure to wear proper attire, including a tie and dress shoes, for her job interview. In this example, proper means suitable or fitting for the occasion.
Property, property, property.
Something that belongs to someone, like their home or belongings. Here is a sample sentence. The family inherited a large property on the beach from their great-aunt. This sentence demonstrates how the word property can be used to refer to a piece of land or real estate that is owned by someone.
Prophet, prophet, prophet.
Someone who speaks or acts on behalf of a higher power, sharing messages or guidance with others. Here's a sample sentence. The ancient people believed that their leader was a prophet who had received divine messages from God. In this sentence, prophet refers to someone who claims to have received revelations or messages from a higher power, often serving as a spiritual guide or messenger.
Proportion, proportion, proportion.
It's when something is in balance with something else, so they look right together. Here is a sample sentence. The architect made sure that the size of the building was in proportion to the surrounding landscape, so it didn't overwhelm the neighborhood. In this example, in proportion means having a suitable or harmonious relationship between the size of the building and its surroundings.
Proposal, proposal, proposal.
It's an idea or suggestion that someone makes to another person, usually with the intention of doing something together or making a decision about something. Here is a sample sentence. The young couple spent hours discussing and finalizing their proposal to get married next summer. In this example, proposal refers to the idea or suggestion that they should get married.
propose, propose, propose,
To suggest or offer something, like an idea or a plan, for consideration or approval. Here is a sample sentence. She decided to propose a toast to her friends at the wedding reception. In this example, propose means to suggest or offer something, in this case, a toast for consideration.
proposition, proposition, proposition,
It's an idea or statement that someone makes, often to be considered or discussed by others. Here is a sample sentence. The politician's campaign proposal, which included a plan to lower taxes and increase funding for education, was met with enthusiasm from many voters. In this example, proposal refers to an idea or suggestion that is put forward for consideration. The word proposition, on the other hand, typically implies a more formal or official offer or statement, such as a marriage proposal or a business proposition. Here's another sample sentence using the word proposition. The professor presented a complex mathematical proposition that challenged her students to think creatively about the problem. In this example, the word proposition emphasizes the idea of a formal intellectual argument or statement.
proprietor, proprietor, proprietor,
This person is someone who owns or has control over something, like a business or property. They are responsible for making decisions about what happens with it. Here is a sample sentence. The owner and proprietor of the small cafe on Main Street was known for her delicious homemade pastries. In this sentence, proprietor refers to the person who owns and operates the business, in this case, the cafe. It's often used interchangeably with owner, but can also imply a sense of personal involvement or hands-on management.
proprietorship, proprietorship, proprietorship,
This refers to when someone owns and runs their own business, but is not a company or partnership. It's like being the boss of your own shop, making all the decisions yourself. Here is a sample sentence. The small bakery on Main Street was owned and operated under a proprietorship, with the owner being the sole decision maker and responsible for all aspects of the business. In this example, proprietorship refers to a type of business ownership where one person owns and operates the entire business, making all decisions and taking full responsibility.
prose, prose, prose,
It's writing that is not poetry, but regular language used to tell stories or express thoughts and ideas. Here is a sample sentence. The novel was written entirely in prose, without any poetry or verse. In this example, prose refers to writing that is not poetic or lyrical, but rather straightforward and factual.
prosecute, prosecute, prosecute,
This means to officially try someone for doing something wrong, usually in court. Here is a sample sentence. The police will prosecute the suspect for theft if they can gather enough evidence to prove their guilt. In this sentence, prosecute means to officially charge and pursue a case against someone in a court of law.
prosecutor, prosecutor, prosecutor,
This person is someone who helps decide if someone has done something wrong, and then tries to make them pay for it if they have. Here is a sample sentence. The prosecutor presented strong evidence against the defendant, which ultimately led to their conviction. In this sentence, prosecutor refers to a lawyer who represents the state or government in a court case and is responsible for presenting evidence and arguing against the defendant.
prospect, prospect, prospect,
It's something or someone that might happen or exist in the future, but hasn't happened yet. Here is a sample sentence. The company's sales team was excited to meet with potential investors, as they saw this meeting as a key prospect for securing new funding.
prosperity, prosperity, prosperity,
It's a state of being successful, happy, and having enough of what you need to live comfortably. Here's a sample sentence. The city's growing economy and innovative spirit brought about a period of unprecedented prosperity, attracting new businesses and residents from all over the world.